Subscribe to semperBKReactions.
It's cowards like this officer we're about to talk about. It just continues to, it keeps the lack of trust, that gap between the African-American community and law enforcement. It keeps the gap where it is and makes it get even wider. semperBKReactions family, what's good? We back with another one. This one is kind of serious. This one pissed me off. First and foremost, listen, if you're brand new, checking me out for the first time, I appreciate it. I don't know how you found this little channel, but I appreciate it. I really do, sincerely do. If you've been here before, saw it, even just at least one video, I appreciate you coming back to check this one out. Do me a favor, right? Just hit the like button, right? Hit the like. I'm not asking my new people, right? My new people, don't subscribe yet. Watch this video, maybe watch another one. If you're feeling this, subscribe, because yo, I'm on the road right now to 100 subscribers. I'm working. I'm putting in that work. I'm working. I got some good videos up. You got to check it out. I'm giving you tips. You know, we going over police accountability, teaching you about your rights, especially in law enforcement encounters. So check out some of my other videos. If you're feeling this one, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that. Send it to everybody. All right. Hey, yo, today is situations like this one, right? Where for law enforcement, it's like one step forward, two steps back, right? Before I even get into this, I need everybody to understand this. I'm a former police officer, right? There are great police officers out there. I feel like it's like 1%, 2% that are just pieces of ish, cowards. And I speak about them all the time because it's those police officers that were just bullied, fat, which is okay, fat, couldn't find a significant other, bullied, beat up all the time, and was just a nobody. And that's okay. But the problem is, right, they get into law enforcement, right? Because I've seen it in law enforcement, and or they get into the military. I've seen it in the military when I was in the Marine Corps as well, right? And that's a problem because they get into law enforcement and all of a sudden now they got a badge and a gun and everybody's going to listen to everything they say. They can do whatever they want. They're the law and order, right? This ain't no damn TV show, man, right? And it's so sad because like I said, it's cowards like this officer we're about to talk about. It just continues to, it keeps the lack of trust, that gap between the African-American community and law enforcement. It keeps the gap where it is and makes it get even wider, right? Because you have to understand why African-Americans don't trust police with situations like this. I ain't gonna get too deep right now. We're gonna follow it up after we get into these videos and we're gonna react to it. I'm gonna give my full opinion because it's stuff like this that really pisses me off because I ain't have these problems when I was a police officer, all right? So we're gonna get into it, right? But before we get into that, let's get into this. semperBKReactions, hold up. Yo, did you tell the people to go over to semperbkclothing.com? Come on, dog. Listen, I need y'all right now to go over to semperbkclothing.com. I guarantee you're going to see something over there that you like. I mean, I got stuff for kids. I got stuff for the women. I got stuff for working out. I got everything you think you could possibly want and or need on this website. And then check it out. Check this out. I'm also offering you a promo code. Use promo code semperBKReactions at checkout. All right, people. So, yo, today, right, this one is out of Shelby, North Carolina, and it's not that close to Charlotte. It's west of Charlotte. It's not that close, but it's not that far. I've never heard of Shelby. I think I have. I was stationed in North Carolina for a while, and I believe I may have heard of Shelby. I just do know that it's extremely rural. You can tell by the picture I just showed you, but that's where this case is out of, and it's very recent, right? I'm giving this to you like the last day of May is when I'm recording this. This happened May 29th. And before we get into this video, I gotta shout out the other police officer that rolled up to the scene. And I'm gonna get into why after. Shout out to that police officer that rolled up to the scene. All right, let's get into this video. Tell you it pissed me off, but let's get into it.
Showing him repeatedly punching a woman has been fired.
This incident does not reflect the values of the Shelby Police Department.
The doorbell camera video shows a Shelby police officer taking 34-year-old Sherry Moore to the ground before striking her multiple times. Another officer is seen running into frame, appearing to tell his colleague to stop.
Let's go!
Moore can be heard asking the officers to call her father, saying she's not on her medication.
I'm not on my medication.
Authorities had said the incident happened while officers were conducting a criminal investigation and encountered a suspicious female in the area. But exactly what occurred before the recording started remains unclear. The video sparking protests Friday.
You can only imagine how I feel to see my niece body slammed to the ground at 90 pounds, no matter what she was charged with, arrested for.
And tonight, Moore's family sharing photos they say show her injuries following the encounter.
This is an example of how a community can move forward when we have a terrible situation arise. We take responsibility, we engage in dialogue, and we try to come to solutions that will...
Y'all see her face? You heard the uncle said 90 pounds. Coward. And I'm getting goosebumps talking about, and I want to curse so bad. I got goosebumps because, yo, this dude is a coward. He wouldn't try this with any of them other brothers in this little complex over there. 90 pounds. How you feel after that? Two things before I forget, I gotta make mention of. Again, shout out to that other police officer. Did the right thing. And even after he said, stop, enough, whatever he said, this coward still was hitting this girl. I got to do another shout out because, yo, I'm telling you, this is police accountability, and shout out to the Shelby Police Department because, again, this was May 29th. I don't know when it happened, but I'm shooting this, keeping it real with you, May 31st. He's already fired. Shout out to them for that, right? They didn't waste no time because calling this excessive force is an understatement, and we're gonna get into why it's excessive force. Okay. Shout out to the police department. Shout out to that officer, and also shout out to the state, the attorney general, because rightfully so, they're looking into charges against this officer. He needs to go to prison. You cannot use your I'm giving you the Marine Corps knife hand. You can't use your authority to violate people's rights. There is no point of this. Normally, right, when we get videos of police excessive force, and I tell people all the time, when law enforcement uses force, the majority of the time, it does not look pretty. Because what doesn't help trying to get somebody into custody is somebody actively resisting. This girl, she was doing none of that. 90 pounds. Why you need all that force to get a 90-pound woman into custody? You are a coward. It's so disgusting watching this, right? There is no justifying it. So what I was saying was the majority of the time when we used to see these law enforcement encounters where there was excessive force, right? Unfortunately, we would get it like in the middle, right? When the action was taking place, when the force was going down. And it's very hard to judge a situation like that. But in this one, we can judge it because there is no justifying it. And I want to repeat again, I told you already, there are great police officers out there. The few that I'm friends with, 100% great police officers. That other police officer that rolled up, that's a great police officer. I don't know what the mentality of these little cowards. They don't understand. Hey, yo, these people live here. You here for 8-10 hours out of your day and you go to hell home. These people live here. So I don't care what crime they committed. At the end of the day, you still need to treat them with respect and dignity, right? You could use force on somebody. You can get into a fight with somebody as a police officer. And at the end of that, still treat them with respect and dignity. And if you don't realize that this is their home, they live here, right? You here protecting, serving, enforcing law and all of that, right? But yo, 8-10 hours and you go home. You know why I never had a problem? I didn't have problems in my community as far as with the people. Did everybody like me on my beat? No, I'm sure, no. But a lot of people showed me love. And you know why? They felt such a connection with me because I understand that community. I grew up in a community like that. You know, granted, I didn't grow up in Atlanta. I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in New York City, right? But where I was policing, unfortunately, it was poverty stricken. It was poverty stricken, but it was a great community. Crime, yeah, but it was a great community. Shout out to Southwest Atlanta, man. Love y'all. I love y'all. Love Southwest Atlanta, right? But I get it. I got it. I understood it. So it was easy to police over there. I'm from a bigger, a little more dangerous Southwest Atlanta. I grew up in Brooklyn in the 80s and the 90s, man. So I get it. It was easy for me to police there, right? I respected these people. I literally would sit down with people outside in the front of their apartments. They barbecue and I'm sitting down, monitoring, listening to the radio, but I'm sitting down in the community. I'm in the community because I wanted these people to feel like, I didn't want them to feel like I'm here, I'm driving through, I'm mean mugging everybody. Nah, I'm here for you all. I'm here to protect you all. And if you're doing some wrong-ish, I'm gonna take your ass to jail. As simple as that. And if you acting crazy, you wanting to fight me, we gonna fight. But I'm still treat you like a human being. I tell you, man, this one pissed me off. But again, shout out to the police department, right? Just like, who was that, the chief, whoever was, the mayor, they took swift action, and we gotta appreciate that, right? But he gotta go to prison. He gotta go to prison. That's aggravated battery. You see her face? I think, again, I don't know about North Carolina, but that would bring in the aggravating factors. Look at her face. The only good thing, which is, this is not the way we want to go about becoming rich. That lady gonna be rich, 100% rich, and good for her. Unfortunately, she had to go through this, but good for her. And if she was in any kind of situation financially where she was, she good. And I love that for her. Unfortunately, she had to, and I think it seemed like she had mental issues. And she talking about my father, call my father. I got a daughter. Imagine if that was your daughter. Hey, I would be in prison. I'm gonna find that police officer. If that was my daughter, I have a daughter, I would be in prison. Because there's nothing that's gonna justify you treating a human being, a woman, a daughter, a 90-pound individual, human being. There's no justification for that. Who's giving you zero resistance. Hey, let's look at, I'm telling you, this one pissed me off. Let's look at the 3 gram factors, right? Let's look at that. Severity of the crime. Seriousness of the offense the officer was responding to. What he was responding to had nothing to do with her, come to find out, right? And they didn't get into details of why she was suspicious, right? So we can't really comment on the severity of the crime because, again, it just says suspicious female in the area, which is BS, right? That's not explaining anything. Maybe they didn't give, they're not providing the full details yet. Who knows, right? So the second one, immediate threat. Whether the suspect posed an immediate physical threat, no. So strike 2. Let's look at the third one. Resisting or evading. I don't even need to read that one. No, she was not resisting. She wasn't actively fighting arrest. She was trying to keep from getting punched in her face. Like I said, there is no excuse for this. There is no excuse for this. 90 pounds, a petite young woman on the ground, really just begging for her life. That I'm telling you, that police officer is the reason. I'm telling you, it's like some police officers, they do so much, white, right? Some white police officers, Hispanic, whatever, they do so much to try to get the community to trust them, especially in a small little country area like Shelby, North Carolina, right? They probably do so much to get the community to trust them, and then something like this happens. That's why it's very important to understand, again, the lack of trust that Black people have for law enforcement. Because even when things may start to get better, you got a situation like this. You know what I mean? You can't blame them. You got to understand it. And it's unfortunate. Now those officers at Shelby, they got to start over again. Some serious community policing, right? Some serious community meetings, right? Let these people vent. They're going to cuss. They're going to scream at you. They're going to call you all kinds of ungodly names. But collectively, as a department, you all deserve it because you all hired that piece of ish. Another thing about officers like that? Like, I guarantee you that's not his first case of excessive force. He's fired right now. Hopefully that, that's probably gonna come up in his trial. He unless he take a plea deal, because he got to get charged, right? That ain't his first case of excessive force. No way, no way. He's done that before. Because again, he was that little kid, you know what I'm saying? Probably pimples all over his face, braces, nothing wrong with that, right? Virgin until he was like 40 years old, nothing's wrong with that. Beat up and bullied, right? He's taking all of that he had, now that he got a badge and a gun, he's taking it out on people. That's not his first time doing that. So we're gonna see what comes from that as well, from this investigation, right? And then potentially charges being pressed against him. This one, semperBKReactions family, I'm telling you, it really pissed me off, right? Because again, it's not like, I'm not saying that it justifies it at all if this was a man, right? But a 90-pound, petite, slim woman, you punching in her face. And like I said, I bet you he would not have that energy for them brothers over there in that community. I'm telling you, I got a daughter, and I know all my semperBKReactions fathers out there who have daughters. Me, there's not a lot of things that I'm willing to risk it all and just know that I'm going to prison. And if I got to go to prison and join a gang or friggin' just go crazy with my PTSD or something, I would be okay with laying it down and going to prison. Is over my child. And if you was to do something like that to my daughter and she didn't do nothing, and I know she got mental issues, I'm going to prison because I will find you. There's no police officer, no man is going to do that with my daughter, and I don't do nothing in retaliation. And I'm sure all the fathers out there is just to say they're up here like this. You're not, I appreciate y'all checking this one out. This is a tough one. Let's all follow this one. Comment below. Comment below what you think about this one, man. This one was terrible. This one was terrible. We gotta weed out these police officers, man, like this. You know what I mean? How did he pass the psych exam? I don't know. Comment below, man. Let's talk about this one. Also, family, I need y'all to go over to semperbkclothing.com. Ladies, I'm tired for telling them, fathers, they come up, I am a father. Ladies, if you have a father or a man where you rate, go on the website. Got a promo code, semperBKReactions, one word. semperbkclothing.com. Go check it out. Go get you some gear. Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe out there. Ladies, stay safe out there, man. Love y'all.